Hey, it's April from Lenovo Garden, and this is my 8th episode of my Beginning Gardener series. And in this episode, I'm going to talk to you guys about frost protection. If any of you planted a garden of cold weather crops like I did, do know that they are pretty frost tolerant. However, the deeper the frost goes, the colder it gets, they can suffer. And so anytime I get below like 30, 32, I take precaution. A lot of literature says that they can tolerate as low as 28. I'm not going to play that game because obviously everything that I grew, I want to be able to eat. So in this video, I'm going to show you several ways to protect your crops from the frost. The very first way is more of a fancier way, I guess you could call it. It's a way that a lot of farmers and market growers and honestly, I was a hobby grower until this year. I probably would have dipped into this even if I wasn't a market grower at this point, just because I want to protect my plants and I want to be able to enjoy them. I don't want them to die. So I'm going to show you the beginning steps of low tunnels. So this is a low tunnel. I haven't put the top on it. I'm going to go and grab the frost protected fabric and put on top and pin it down and show you guys that on video. These hoops my husband installed, and they're just going to sit like this until all threat of cold weather is over. So that way I can take the fabric on, put the fabric off, back and forth. So let me show you what he did. And there's multiple ways this can be done. My husband drilled holes and put the pipe in the holes. And then once I know for a fact I don't need this anymore, we come up and we can pull the pipes up, save them for the next year, put the pipes back in. The other way is to buy you some brackets like this. And you can either install brackets on the outside here, and I've also seen people do it on the inside before they fill up with soil, and they just have the connector pieces that go to the PVC type, and you can just connect, disconnect as needed. So let me go and grab the fabric, and I will show you how that's done. As you can tell, going around and pinning this fabric up is not hard at all. It probably would be faster with two people, of course. However, my husband is busy, so me by myself it is. So we bought these little clips, and they really work well. They go, just pin them like that. And that's just to keep the fabric in place, because as the wind blows, I know earlier you saw them fly up. The other thing with this fabric, guys, is you want it tight as possible, because you do not want this fabric to touch the plants. We'll go over more of that in a little bit, because on the bed that we're working on together, I'm going to do a more simple, use the stuff you have demo on that, so that way you guys have an idea of stuff you can use that you have in your own house. Okay guys, another thing that's going to help with protecting your crops from the frost is, if you have done this already, you're one step ahead of the game. If not, do not stress, just get your plants covered. Mulching actually gives it a layer of warmth, because mulching will keep the soil warmer. It helps protect it. The other thing you can do that would be helpful if you have not done it yet is water your plants right quick, because water actually acts as an insulator and it will help keep warmth in as well. So water your plants, mulch your plants if you got the stuff to mulch. If not, don't run out and get it, don't worry about it. Water it and cover it up. So I'm going to take you guys to our bed that we're working on together and talk to you about more easier stuff that you have on hand that you can use, okay? All right, guys, I'm going to give you a quick update on our bed. everything is looking really good. Looks like some of my mulch that I put here for us has blown away, but everything looks good. So let's protect it from the frost. You may not have random low buckets laying around, but if you have buckets of any type laying around, you can go around and literally just lay it on top. That is one way, one of the easy ways to do it. I'm going to show you a couple others. So speaking of low buckets, I actually have quite a bit of them laying around, so I'm going to use them for what I need right now. From where I use this landscaping fabric, I have lots of it laying around as well. I have used the other one that's more cloth-like, especially back when where I used to live, and it worked out great. For those were strawberries I was protecting there. But what I'm going to do, and it's a little windy, so I'm hoping I can do this without having to get some help from somebody. Because of the wind, make sure you have something that's going to weigh it down on top. Alright guys, I'm looking at this and I can already tell you there's some problems in my thinking here. First of all, you do not want the plants and the inside to have any contact with whatever you're putting up to protect it, because they will be like a connected, I can't think of that wording, but they will get the cold temperature from the outside because of the fabric or whatever's on top of it. So I'm going to readjust this to where this end is closer, and then I'm gonna get more bricks to hold the outside. Bear with me, guys. I grabbed 2 more bricks, and I'm going to use these bricks for the side. I'm going to pull it as tight as I can. Okay guys, how silly does that look? When you're a gardener, they didn't tell you had to be creative. But if you care about your plants enough, you're gonna think outside the box and you're gonna figure it out. Now, this is a plastic material. I have used trash bags in the past and it did not work. My biggest fault in using them was I allowed the plant to touch the bag. So this, I'm trying really hard to make sure I'm not allowing that. I'm actually looking at a space right now that I'm gonna bring another brick over, because I do think that making it tighter would help with that. Lucky me, now these plants are tall. You have to do more work, I guess, if it was a taller plant, more intervention. But this should work. You could use a sheet, just like a normal old bedroom sheet you don't care about. I've seen people use tablecloths, shower curtains. You can use trash bags, guys, but just make sure the plant doesn't touch it, because plastic is probably not one of the best ways. But just think outside the box. Remember, don't let the plant touch it. I will come out in the morning and I will uncover these because my temperature is doing that crazy thing in the spring where it's cold in the morning, really, really cold in the morning, and then it warms up in the 50s in the afternoon. And you don't want to accidentally bake these. This is cover in the afternoon so that it can get some warmth and then let it breathe during the daytime and come back and recover it. It's part of gardening. It's part of a risk you take when you plant things early. And honestly, we didn't plant this early. This is just North Carolina's weather for you. Throws a monkey wrench. You never know when. And I would love to say, oh, we're in March. This is the last monkey wrench it's going to throw us. I highly doubt it. I've noticed North Carolina likes to do an April one as well. Hey guys, I'm going to go ahead and show you how to cover it with a sheet. This is my daughter's little garden. It's her first year with her own garden. She has been super excited about it. So I really don't want her to lose her plants. So I'm going to help her out. What a mama does, right? Help a child out. All right. So my Lowe's buckets are at the end. My brick is on top of the Lowe's bucket. Uh-oh. Problem number one already popped up. This sheet's not as long as I thought it was. That is okay, guys. We'll put the buckets on the other side. I really only need to cover that end anyways, because that's where her plants are on this end. It wouldn't be cold without the wind, right? They're connected. And while making this video and this portion of it, I have no clue until I edit it exactly where it cut me out. But I can show you the final product. I might have to come back out before night and readjust this some. But the plants are small, so I'm pretty sure the sheet's not touching anything. But I will double check it, but I think you guys are getting the idea of this. Just be creative. Don't let it touch. Whatever you choose to put over the plants. And everybody, good luck tonight. And after this day's stretch of frost, I will make another video and show you guys how all my inventions, random ones that I came up with, and let you know what worked and what didn't work. Thank you guys for watching, and I really hope I'm helpful. I want people to know if you want a garden, you can. Yeah, you gotta put a little effort in it, more effort than what most people think you have to put in it, but it can be done, and you don't have to go all out like I am and have 1,000 beds. Remember, I am market gardening. You can have 2 or 3 beds and feed a family of 4. It's all about organizing it. Thank you guys for watching.